Hey guys, so this video is going to be a little bit different. Actually, this was my first requested video to do, but it was also a video that I was very reluctant to do just because I never considered myself an expert on this subject. Not that I consider myself an expert on a bunch of subjects, but this one in particularly was something that I struggled with, which is confidence. I had somebody ask me to share some tips on confidence, on getting rid of mind blocks, basically negativity, and even more specifically, how to gather the confidence to go and work out at the gym. How do you pay attention to just yourself and focus on yourself? How do you put out of your mind people looking at you or wondering if you even belong there? And I thought this was a very important video because it addresses a very important topic, which is confidence or the lack of confidence. And I also thought it was a very important video because it was something that I struggled with so much for so many years. And I don't consider myself an extremely confident person now, but now I don't want to say that I know my worth, but I'm going to go ahead and say that I'm more comfortable accepting my own worth. And I can actually say that I learned how to love myself, because when you lack confidence, it's so much more than just having balls, or so much more than just going out there and putting yourself out there. It's deeply rooted in the fact that you either don't really know who you are, or who you think you are isn't good enough for you to love. And self-love is literally the beginning of everything. If you can't love yourself, you can't love anybody else, because it's like you're blindfolded. You walk around and you say you want something, but if you don't even love yourself, if you don't know who you are, then how do you even know what you want is what you want? So what you have is a bunch of people walking around who don't really know who they are, chasing these things. And a lot of times they get these things that they chase, and what happens when they attain them? They're still unsatisfied. They're still unhappy. And in some cases, they're still miserable. And it all comes from you loving yourself, valuing yourself, and surrounding yourself with people who also love and value you. Because nothing is more heartbreaking than also being in an environment in which somebody else doesn't see your value or doesn't love you, especially if you know how much you love yourself. But I digress. That's gonna probably lead into another video. Lead into another video. So a little history about confidence in the gym, since that was like the specific question I was asked. I actually didn't have any confidence to go to the gym. None whatsoever. I even went as far as building my own gym in my garage because I wanted to have that body. I wanted to be strong, and I had so much motivation that if it was right there, nothing was going to stop me. So slowly but surely, I began to make my home gym. And this took several different phases throughout a lot of years, but I got to the point where I had my own gym. A little side note, one of the reasons why a lot of people may not think that I didn't have confidence is because I would post pictures, and I still do, on social media where I am exposed and I show my body. But it was different because I got to pose how I wanted to be seen, and I got to choose the picture that I wanted everybody to see. So nobody was seeing me live and real and raw, because to me that would have scared the crap out of me. So it was like I want to document my progress, and I want to put myself out there because it's hard for me. I knew it was a challenge, and I put myself out there to test myself and to break my weakness. It wasn't because I wanted the attention, and it wasn't because I needed it. If anything, if somebody mentioned something like that in public, I kind of wanted to like shake them off, or I felt awkward talking about it. But on social media, I was just half naked all the time. And it was like, here's my progress and I'm not afraid to show it type of person. And I was just living under the saying, you know, fake it till you make it. I wanted to fake that confidence, and I wanted to be able to post myself exposed out there because I couldn't do that in real life. Like, it was so hard for me for years, and it was even worse during my teens, but I told myself, like, I need to break out of this. I need to challenge myself. And I may not be a person who's super courageous, but if something scares me, that's like the point where I know I just have to do it. Instead of saying I'm scared and I'm not gonna do it, it's like I'm scared, that's why I have to do it. Because from pushing myself will come growth. And I'm all about personal growth. So to me, somebody seeing me and critiquing my body or seeing my progress or lack of progress was the hardest thing to do, and which is exactly why I did it. So on social media, you would get people telling me, oh, you're so awesome, you know, you're this, you're that, all this positive feedback. Thank goodness it was positive feedback. I don't know how I would have reacted to negative feedback. But it was hard. It was not easy to post those pictures, especially in the beginning of my fitness career, or journey. It's not a career yet. But yeah, so that's just a little bit of me. I couldn't even step into the gym. It took me years to step into the gym, and the only reason I stepped into the gym is because I got mad one day. So I got mad because I was working out at my garage currently, and I actually already had a gym membership. I had the gym membership for a month at that point, and I also only got it not because how do I explain this? My good friend that you see on some of my YouTube videos, Ileana, she had a gym membership for a year already. And we had decided we were going to work out together and just do it all up and use each other as a support system to really just get the bodies that we wanted. She ended up getting the membership, and when she said that she could add me to it, I was all up for it. But still a month later, we were working out at the garage because I kept on making excuses on why I didn't want to go to the gym. Oh, we're already here, or it's gonna be packed, or the machines are gonna be taken up, or I have everything here I need anyway, so why go? However, we got to a point where we could only work out at night, and weights make a lot of noise. And my dad was in the garage at one point, and I was waiting for her to arrive. And he looked at me and he asked me, are you gonna work out today? And I was like, yeah, because we worked out every day at the same time. And he made a face like, ugh, you know, and it really pissed me off. I was like, why is this guy even mad? And then he says, you know, like, you guys make too much noise, blah, 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 blah. And that was it. I had it. Like, it just took that little comment for me to be like, fuck it, let's go. So she comes and I'm like, we're going to the gym today. And she was like, okay. So we go to the gym for the first time, and I was just so fueled with the emotion of anger that the emotion of fear left me. So I walked into the gym, and it's funny because the first day they have to take your picture, I guess, or whatever, but they had to take my picture, and I remember feeling like weird, but I was there with my friend, so it didn't matter because we were there together. So I definitely will say, if you have a friend to go with or a support system, utilize them. You know, like, we are beings that are meant to be with other beings, and we are meant to help one another. Don't try to live life trying to be independent. Like, yes, be yourself. Don't depend on other people for your success. But when people want to help you, when people love you, do not be afraid to get that helping hand and be like, yes, let's fucking do it. Because one day you're going to wish that somebody had helped you. And then it's going to be like, they all left. They didn't want to help you anymore because every time they tried to help you, you acted like you were a hard bitch and you had everything when you didn't. So my first tip is, if somebody wants to help you, do not be afraid to say yes. If they're already offering, that's like saying, like, I want to help you so bad. When somebody wants to see you succeed, even if you don't want to see yourself succeed, give it a try, at least for the person who cares about you. Like, that's the least you can fucking do. But anyways, So we go in the first day, and I felt kind of weird because I felt like a highlighter. I felt like I was standing out. I mean, yes, I have this bright ass hair all the time, but that's not why I felt like I stood out. I felt like I stood out because I felt like I shouldn't be there. I felt like I don't know how to use these machines. I don't know what I'm doing. I just know how to do little home workouts, you know, and these people have been going here for who knows how long. And then I started judging people. I started looking around and trying to see, that person looks like they work out, that person doesn't. And then I had to tell myself to stop. Because when you're judging people, it's because you're insecure. And I was. Like, I needed to find an excuse. I needed to find somebody weaker than me so that I could feel like I belonged somewhere. And that is so sad. And this was like, what, maybe 2 years ago? Maybe almost 3? So it wasn't even that long ago. But when you're weak, you feed off of weaker people because they make you feel stronger. They give you that sense of fake security, of fake power. And I realize that now. But when I was there, I wanted to find somebody that was less capable than me there. And I found a couple of people that looked like they didn't work out at all. Or I found a couple of people that looked like they didn't belong there. You know, and as fucked up as that sounds, that's what I saw. And I latched onto them. I said, if they're fucking here, then I sure as hell fucking belong here. And that's what I told myself every day until I didn't have to tell myself. As horrible as that sounds. And then I started working out like in front of the mirrors because I wanted to check my form. But it also reminded me like, hey, you're here because you don't want to always be this shape. You want to change the way you look. And that also comes from insecurities. But then I reevaluated my reason for being at the gym, and it wasn't just the way that I looked that I had an issue with. I also had an issue with feeling weak. And that came from my sex, that came from my size in stature, and you know, it came from a lot of things. And I just started really getting to know myself and starting to talk to myself and watching videos on YouTube and reading and really starting to find out, like, how do I get to that point where these people are at, where their bodies are just the bomb.com and where they're just like their pores are sweating out confidence. Like, how do I get that? And it was literally trial and error for me because nobody was going to tell me anything. Nobody in my family and none of my acquaintances thought that I had that issue. They didn't think that I needed confidence. And they especially didn't think that I needed to be told what to do because my personality comes off as an extremely strong personality. So I wasn't going to get help from anybody but myself. All that aside, I told myself, I'm gonna go to the gym every day. Not only like if I belong there, but like if it's my fucking gym. Like if I own the fucking place. And people will come up to me and ask me how I got this body. And they'll ask me how they can look the way that I look, how they can get as strong as I am, how they can be as dedicated as I am, how they can gain the confidence that I have. So every day as I was getting ready to go to the gym, it was like a ritual in my head. And I didn't have to sit down and focus and meditate, although I do advocate that, and I definitely suggest that you try to do some form of meditation in your life. I just kept on telling myself in my head, and sometimes I would even say it out loud. Like, I would look myself in the mirror and I'd be like, you got this. Like, that's your fucking gym. That's where you fucking belong, and nobody's gonna tell you anything. And if anybody tells you anything, it's because they're insecure. And that was it. The moment that I realized that when somebody judges you, or when somebody says something negative, or when somebody looks at you like in a unpleasant way, it's because they have the problem. It has nothing to do with you. They're upset with their life. they're pissed off with their progress or lack of their progress. You know, they're the ones who wake up every day and hate themselves in the mirror. They're the ones that need to feed off of their own negativity towards other people to be happy. And that is so sad. And I was one of those people. And I have friends that still do that too. It's something that we just do as human beings, unless we're like extremely happy all the time, or we're super enlightened, or we're just mature as fuck, which is super rare. It's something we all do. We judge everybody. I'm not gonna tell you that you're gonna walk into the gym and everybody's trying to do them. That's not true. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna tell you that people are gonna wanna judge you, but it's not because you have anything to do with it. It is their own fucking problem. Literally, somebody says something negative to you, reacts in an unpleasant way, it's because they're sad. It's because their heart is broken. It's because they don't know their purpose in life. It's so sad. So now when I walk into the gym, I walk with my head held high, wearing whatever the fuck I want, with my makeup done. Sometimes my hair is done, but usually not, because it's usually not done. But, you know, I walk in there so happy because I woke up this day loving myself, and I'm here to do something for myself. And that's more than I can say for more than half of the people that I know. You know, I'm just there to improve upon myself, and if somebody needs help and they ask me for it, you bet your ass I'm gonna help them. And one of the issues with me is once you get me talking, it's hard to shut me up. So I hope some people that ask me for advice don't regret it, because I do talk a lot, you know, hence the video. But like, for real, just walk in there like you already have that body, because you have to visualize it and you have to believe it. If you don't, then you're never gonna get there. And that works with everything in life. But specifically talking about the gym, you gotta walk in there with confidence. And this goes down to the clothes you're wearing and what you look like. If wearing makeup fucking helps you, then fucking wear 20 pounds of makeup and fuck everybody else who doesn't like it. And if going in there working out with your hair down, your hair up, or bald, or fucking short hair, whatever, spiky hair, go like that. Do whatever you need to do so that you can look in the mirror and tell yourself you love yourself, then go out there and fucking conquer the world. And it's hard. Like, I still haven't achieved 1000% confidence. You know, there are days where I'm just like, fuck, I'm breaking out, because, you know, I still break out a lot. Like, when am I gonna stop breaking out? I stopped being a teenager a really long time ago, and I'm still breaking out. And a lot of the times it's like, fuck, I don't want to go to the gym because the lights are gonna hit my fucking acne, and I'm oily as fuck, and I'm sweating, so all the imperfections are gonna show. And a lot of times that's what kept me from going to the gym too. Like, oh, I don't want to go because, you know, my skin looks so bad. And then I was like, no, fuck that. Because I'm going to go and do me. And if I can't love myself, then why am I even going to the gym? If I really want to have that body, if I really want to be strong, if I really want to have confidence and be one of those people that is just fucking walking around like they own the fucking place, then I need to fucking do that. And I can't let little shit like this get to me. You just can't. Like, you have to talk to yourself every fucking day. And that's something that I learned through my fitness journey, as well as when I learned how to ride a motorcycle, which is a whole other story. And that also has a lot to do with the growth of my confidence. But fitness has definitely been the number one, because it's something that I have pursued as long as I can remember. I think I was interested in like shaping my body and working out and buying fitness magazines since I was like at least 12. So this started a really, really long time ago. I just have had a lot of ups and downs because of my lack of confidence, because of insecurities, because of me letting other people dictate what I did, even though they didn't specifically tell me to do so. You know, you give yourself limitations. Nobody puts them there for you. You give them to yourself. So it's up to you to remove them. It's always up to you. It's up to you to be happy. It's up to you to be sad. It's up to you to be negative, as well as it's up to you to be positive. And once you're positive and you wake up every day and you're thankful for everything you have, and you decide to go out there and grab the bull by the horns, your life changes. It transforms in front of you, and it's like, it's a snowball effect. Once you get to the point where you can start taking those steps to loving yourself, and every day you try to take a step and a step, it only becomes easier. And then you get to a place where instead of feeling that hole in your chest or that pit in your stomach, or like you're gonna be sick, you start feeling light. You start feeling weightless, and you start smiling, and you can't even explain where the smile is coming from. That is so beautiful, especially when you can experience it at such a young age. Sorry. But yeah, it all starts from within. External shit is the ice topping. Like, it's the fucking whipped cream. It's the fucking cherry and the nuts on top if you're not allergic. It is the extra shit. Because everything is in here. The key to everything is in here. Your success, your outlook on life, the positivity, the love you give yourself and others, it all starts from the inside. So if I'm going to tell anybody what I did to become confident and what advice I would give is, you just have to put forth the effort every day. And you have to tell yourself you're worth it until you fucking believe it. And I am such a huge believer in fake it till you make it. I'm such a believer in the law of attraction. You know, if you want good things to come to you, then do good things, think good things, and help others by doing good things for them. And you will attract good things to you. Why do you think they say you are who you hang out with, or you are who you surround yourself with? Because it's true. You want to be successful? Hang around with successful people. You want to be positive? Hang around with somebody who's positive, not somebody who's always depressed. Unless you're already happy and you think you can help them, then yeah, go ahead. But if you want to aspire to be something, find a mentor. This mentor could be your best friend, it could be your mom, your dad, it could be a friend from school, or if it's nobody that's in your life right now, find it in a book, find it on YouTube, find it in a fucking podcast. They're out there. There are people out there living the life of their dreams, not because they're millionaires, not because they've done so many crazy shit. Some have, because that's what they set themselves out to do. But it's because they realized that if they started being happy now and loving themselves now, everything else would fall into place. Everything else would just happen for them, because every day they did something towards the goal of loving themselves, and then what they asked for started falling into place. It's such a powerful way to think. And even if you don't believe in the law of attraction, just try it. Wake up every day and tell yourself today's going to be a good day. Don't think negatively. Don't even say that you don't want it to be a bad day. Only think in positive terms. Today's going to be a good day. I'm going to have a great workout. I'm not scared to go to the gym. I'm going to walk in with my head high. And I'm going to fucking kill that workout. And I'm going to fucking get my sweat on. And I'm going to lose those 10 pounds. Or I'm going to gain those 10 pounds. Or I'm going to lift those extra 20 pounds off the floor. Whatever that shit is. Tell yourself every fucking day. And I promise you that you will fucking accomplish it. But you have to put in the work. Internal work. And then what'll follow is the external work. But you gotta work on the inside first. Straight up. Damn. I think this video is way too long, and I think I got a little too much into it. I don't know, but I think I'm gonna cut it off right here, and then maybe make a follow-up video like way later on when I feel like blabbering again. But I hope this helped that person that requested this video. It still wasn't an easy video to make, but I'm so glad that I made it, because I feel like everybody has a story, and everybody's story is important and should be heard. So here's a little bit of mine. And I hope that you guys have enough confidence in yourselves to pursue those things that are scary, because it's only when you do that that you grow. Don't get complacent. You are worth everything and more. And the thing is, nobody can give you that but yourself. So keep that in mind, and I'll see you guys for the next video.